Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson finds himself under intense scrutiny this season, with fans and former players alike questioning his current form. Following a string of disappointing performances, particularly in a crushing 34-13 loss to the Washington Commanders, many are beginning to question if Watson's tenure with the Browns is already reaching a breaking point. NFL legend Chad Johnson, known for his time with the Cincinnati Bengals, was among those who expressed concern on the Nightcap podcast he hosts with Shannon Sharpe. Johnson didn't hold back in his evaluation, describing himself as confused by the steep drop in Watson's performance. "I've been watching football for a very long time," Johnson said. "The nosedive I've seen, from maybe a top 3 quarterback when he was with the Texans to the version of Deshaun Watson I'm seeing now, how? In such a short amount of time, how?"
Sharpe echoed these sentiments, adding that Watson doesn't even seem to move the same. He speculated that Watson's struggles might be linked to lingering effects from past injuries or even the heavy mental toll of his off-field controversies. Sharpe went so far as to compare Watson to NBA player Ben Simmons, whose own decline from Rookie of the Year and All-Star to a struggling player has puzzled many in the sports world.
According to ESPN's QBR quarterback rating system, Watson currently ranks as the NFL's lowest-performing quarterback, trailing even rookies. He has been sacked 26 times in just 5 games, a statistic that hints at both his struggles and potential issues within the Browns' offensive line. When not facing relentless pressure, Watson's own decision-making has also come under fire, with turnovers and inefficiencies making him, as some critics argue, more of a liability than an asset to the team.
Despite the growing call to bench Watson, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski has defended his starting quarterback. In a recent press conference, Stefanski dismissed the possibility of replacing Watson with backup Jameis Winston.
Instead, he emphasized that improvement must come from the team as a whole. "I have to coach better," Stefanski said, underscoring that the Browns' offensive issues aren't Watson's burden alone. "As offensive coaches, we have to coach better. As players, we have to play better. Deshaun can play better, he will play better." Stefanski expressed confidence that Watson's positive moments, though scarce this season, are indicative of potential growth. Watson, for his part, has tried to ignore the external criticism, claiming that he steers clear of social media and doesn't hear most of the outside noise. "First off, I don't hear it, I don't see it," Watson said, explaining that his primary focus is on improvement rather than critics' opinions. "I got to make sure I'm locked in and trying to do whatever I can to get all of us on the same page to play winning football."
With pressure mounting and an upcoming clash against the Philadelphia Eagles, the Browns find themselves at a critical juncture.
Watson's future as the starter is under a microscope, and with the Browns' hopes for a playoff run on the line, his next performance could be make or break. As Johnson and Sharpe voiced, it's a rare and unsettling sight to see such a sharp decline from a once top-tier quarterback, leaving many wondering if Watson can reclaim his form, or if the Browns will ultimately have to reconsider their investment in him.